Hello everyone. So, I was just playing some 3 a.m. Roblox, as you do, when I encountered a strange problem. So it turns out my parents have actually disowned me, and have sued me for trespassing, which I don't know why they'd do that, but I heard that reading some WikiHow articles on how to stop disappointing your parents can help. So, I've got myself some WikiHow up here, and let's just have ourselves a bit of a read. As much as you love your parents, sometimes it feels as if you're constantly disappointing them. By understanding their expectations for you and adjusting your behavior to meet those expectations, you can improve the relationship with your parents and help to reduce unnecessary conflict and stress. Speaking of unnecessary conflict, I sure hope I don't wake them up reading this. I'm pretty sure I won't, but that would be a rather amusing, stupid mistake to make. So step 1. Doing well at school. This is obviously such an important step, as you can tell by the person writing in a book with a pen. I think I've just lost about 3 years off my life after seeing that. I'm beginning to question my life choices. I just thought, oh, I'll read a WikiHow, but now I have had to suffer through the experience of seeing someone write in a book with a pen. They can't even erase it after. Step 1. Prioritize homework. Get into the habit of starting your homework as soon as you get home. You'll not only earn the respect of your parents, but will have nights free to do other things. Well, guess what? I'm such an epic gamer that I've managed to fail at a school that doesn't even claim to assign homework. I'm not even sure what that sentence I just said means. So neither can you. Have fun with that. So, we could answer these important questions about location, time, if friends can come over, but let's skip that step. Number 2. Don't let technology be a distraction. So many of today's issues stem from technology. Whether it's being used too much or it's used inappropriately, which includes using it at inappropriate times, such as 3 a.m., such as during school, technology can be the source of many problems and disappointments. I think this is the one area in this entire list where I'm actually ahead of the curve, because I'm just too much of a gamer to have a smartphone, so. Then again, I have used my flip phone to play Tetris outside of school, so. Maybe I'm just not being creative enough in my procrastination. Turn off your phone at school. What's good about this one is I used to think, oh, I have a flip phone. I don't need to turn it off. It can't distract me. But then I got busted for the bloody thing ringing in the middle of a class. Like, how does someone even get my number? I don't give out my phone number. How? Step 2. When it comes to social media, I don't use it, so I'm not reading that. I'm sure you can all tell that I have soaked up them boomer vibes by skipping social media and smartphones. But I still managed to fail school, so I feel like I get the best of both worlds. Learning to get along with your peers. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. I feel like I might have a few arguments when those people get back from the hospital I sent them to. Let's just ignore that, okay? Ignoring, like we've seen here, we're doing a lot of ignoring. Ignoring is the best strategy. Step 3. Show up to school. It should go without saying that showing up to school is the first step in doing well at school. Many schools already have strict policies in place to prevent students from skipping school, so make sure you're following the rules. So, here's a fun fact. Strict policies are cool, but they don't really matter when you're having a mental breakdown, you see? So, in a way, if you want to find your inner prankster gangster nation, just have a few mental breakdowns. Suddenly you realize strict policies are a bit of an L. I just attempted to read that next sentence and my brain died, so I'm skipping it. Part 2. Following house rules. Respect your curfew. As it turns out, I am in fact the next Ace Attorney epic I don't even know the title of that series. Why am I trying to reference it? What's even... Oh yes, Phoenix Wright. As it turns out, I am the next Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So I have successfully lawyered into being allowed to record 3 AM Roblox. So we can skip this step. Get your chores done. Though it may not be your favorite thing to do in your spare time, more than likely your parents expect you to do the chores. This is the only time I have felt like I am literally falling asleep reading things. Normally I don't read boring things when I'm tired, so it doesn't happen. But this time, I have invented a whole new category for myself, falling asleep out of boredom. So, chores are boring. Let's not acknowledge their existence. So, here's the real step. We could keep reading, but we could take the epic gamer move and not acknowledge any of this text's existence. Okay, oh, sorry, I just set ground rules for boyfriends and girlfriends, oh my... You know, I thought I was being funny recording this. This single sentence, without any context, has just beaten me at my own game twice as well as I ever could have. That is amazing. Oh yes, let me... This bit, like the rest of this was written by boomers. This was written by the people that the boomers call boomers. Ah yes, set ground rules for boyfriends and girlfriends. Even if you don't have a significant other now, at some point you will. Erase people don't exist. It's important to understand your parents' rules to avoid disappointing them. Your boyfriend/girlfriend is very disappointing. We don't approve of dating furries in this household. You're about to get evicted. Alright. Yes, abstain from drugs and alcohol. This is so useful. Yes, to avoid disappointing your parents, abstain from drugs and alcohol when, the one group of people this applies to, the people who even use those things, half the time they're addicted and can't stop if they want to. This is, half these things. It's abstain from drugs and alcohol. We hope you're not addicted or your parents will be disappointed. Show up to school. We hope you can make yourself get out of bed, otherwise your parents will be disappointed. Right now, disappointed parents are sounding like a whole lot of RNG. And I'm not a big fan of RNGesus. Okay, this is actually taking a lot of effort to, think at 3 in the morning. I don't really like that whole thinking thing, you know? So let's just skim this. Show up for family meals. My family is too good for meals. We don't do that anymore. Be present. 3,700 texts a month. Yada yada yada. It's yes, just skip that whole texting thing. Disconnect from your friends. Never talk to them again. Because, that sounds hyperbolic, but when do you even get to talk to people at school? They schedule it so tight that you don't even get to talk to people. So, most people I know use texting as, the way to maintain friendships, so take that out. Who needs friends when you've got parents? And participate in family activities. You just made the false assumption that people's parents are capable of scheduling properly. Motivating yourself, that sounds fun. I think step one's not to have depression. Find ways to earn. How's finding ways to earn money motivate you? Ah. The thing is, you don't really need money for a lot. Like, if you can eat, you don't really need money. I mean, for that matter, just go outside and eat some leaves, and then, like, you don't even need food at that point, so you're basically living for free. And, like, sure, you suffer from malnutrition, probably some weird disease that caught off the leaves. But then here's the trick. When you go to the hospital with that weird disease, your parents are first to pay the medical bills. So really, you just caught a fat dub right there. Clifford the big brown dog is coming to swallow your house. You'd better watch out. Alright, let's just move on. I don't even think anything needs to be said here. Take pride in who you are. Though it's not the norm, there are parents who have unreasonable expectations or emotionally abusive. Learning to be proud of who you are and what you've accomplished is important for yada. It's not the norm. Have you tried talking to other humans recently? It's not the norm. You know, I'm beginning to develop some thoughts here that this WikiHow is a bit sus. Anyways, I'm thinking it's not the norm. This is a bit too sus for my liking. So I'm thinking we sort of move in here, we correct this a bit. The button's here somewhere, I'm quite confident. Okay. WikiHow is sus.